Hey everybody, welcome to the Masmorra Dungeons of Arcadia Play a Turn video for True Solo. This is not a tutorial or a playthrough per se, but it is a quick video to help you remember how to play the game if you haven't played it in quite a while, or to help you understand the basics if you've never played the game. If you want a review of the game or to see how to set up the game, see my other videos. So we're playing with Algus as a true solo, and Algus is starting out on the starting tile, and the very first thing that we do is turn over an evil card, and this one says, any player must pay 3 gold or a major monster immediately spawns in the same room as the active hero. Now in this case the action happens immediately, but sometimes it affects combat, so I like to keep the card out where I can see it and not forget it. Now, just to make things easier, I roll the dice off screen, and this orange die is a major monster. In this particular case, it's a young dragon. He has a defense of 4 and an attack of 4, and he ignores the first range attack. So if we want to defeat him without actually having to defend ourselves, we would have to have a range attack of 5. Now, because we have a monster in the same room as us, we can't actually start exploring. We can't move out of this room. We have to fight that monster first, and then we can move out. And we don't actually have to defeat the monster in order to move out. We just have to fight them. So since we can't move anywhere, our free step is not helpful at this point in time. So we're going to roll our 6 action dice. So I did roll the dice off screen. We've got 2 range attack, 2 melee attack, a shield, and some steps. So the fundamental essence of the game is just figuring out what I want to do. Now, since this monster ignores the first range attack, I'm actually just going to try to attack melee. So since he's going to ignore range, the question is, the first range, do I roll both of these? Because they could come up something other than range. At least this range is a weapon. Now if I look here, each character has the ability to turn a shield and a sword into a shield and 2 swords. So this effectively gives me an extra sword. Also, Algus has the ability to turn any dice into magic, which can transmute a dice. So in this case, what I'm going to do is keep a shield and a sword, which can be converted into a shield and 2 swords, plus this 3rd sword, so that's a total of 3 swords. I only need 1 more sword, so I'm going to take all 3 of these dice and re-roll them. You get 1 re-roll. So on the re-roll, I got a magic, a sword, yay, that's what we're looking for, and a potion, which allows us to heal. So now we apply our actions by docking the dice. So we could actually dock these dice, but I kind of keep them over here to help me remember that that's what I'm trying to do. So that's a shield plus 2 swords, 3 swords, and I'm going to bring this one over here for the 4th sword. So we know that we have defeated this enemy. So I just kind of pull him off to know that we have defeated him. Now we have a magic and a potion left. He's going to attack us with a 4. So we have to find some way to defend against that. We have 1 shield from here, so we can block 1. These don't allow us to actually block. I can use the magic to turn this potion into a shield, but the potion heals, so it's really kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Except that if any unused dice at the end can be turned into coins. So what I'm going to do is complete the combat. He attacks with a 4. I've got 1 shield, so that is 3 damage that he does to me. So that completes the combat. So I will gain 4 experience for this monster. And you can see that by the little dots on the cube, or on the player aid, or in the rule book. So here I move 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have now upgraded my character. So we can see we can level up either one of these 2. We can either have the ability to turn a magic die into a magic symbol plus 3 coins, or a shield die into 2 shield symbols and a sword symbol. I think I will choose the one on the left to get more defense. So now that the combat is over, we can use the potion to heal 1. So now I'm up to health of 4, and I can turn this magic. I can use it over here and get a gold coin. And then because we did defeat a monster, we get a treasure card, and this one allows us, we have an orange side and a purple side, or section. The orange section we can do at any time. It's called an interrupt type of action, and the purple one we have to do on our turn. And when you're playing true solo or solo, pretty much you're going to be using this. And in this particular case, we can choose one room and ignore the Dungeon Master phase in that room. And that completes the hero phase for this turn. Since we're just now starting out and we don't have any spawning rooms, we don't actually spawn monsters, and there's no monsters on the board, we don't move them. So now it's time to move to turn 2. So we move up the turn marker, one space. In the true solo variant, especially the one true solo in about an hour, you probably won't need that because you'll finish the game before you get to 21. But if you're playing with multiple characters, you'll probably need to keep track of that. Next, we draw the evil card, and it says any player must pay 4 gold or all monsters inflict a +1 wounds with your payback until the end of this turn. We don't have 4 gold, so the monsters will be inflicting +1 wounds. Since there aren't any monsters in this room, we are able to move, so I will flip over the free move token and move to the next room. And as I do that, one thing, don't forget to flip over the next tile because, there it's a trap, and that's the reason that you flip them over. So flip them over immediately, and we put the trap down somewhere and flipped over the next tile. Here it happens to be a treasure. So now as we move into this room, the first thing, we have a symbol here. It's either going to be a skull or kind of a dragon head, and that will tell us whether it's a minor or major monster. So we need to spawn a minor monster in this room, and because there will be a monster in here, that will stop us from moving, so we can't do any more movement from the free token. In this case, I've rolled the ghoul, the undead, and at the start of combat, it steals 1 foot die. If available, if not, it steals 1 foot symbol, even possibly the free movement token. Potions can be used as range attack against this monster. So I really like to roll either potions or arrows. So I've got 2 potions in this first roll, a bunch of shields and magic. So I've got a good start. I'll keep those to be using them, potentially to attack them. The other thing that I want to notice is that in the dungeon room, I forgot that when you come into a dungeon, into the trap, when you come into a dungeon room and there's a trap there, you will lose 1 wound automatically as you come in. So we need to do that. Plus there's a sword symbol and a potion symbol. So in order to remove this trap, or to disarm it actually, we need a sword and a potion. So from all of these other ones here, one of the things that Algus has is the ability to turn in magic. So if I re-roll this magic, it's not going to be a problem because I can use any dice to create a magic symbol. And these shields are really not very necessary. I really want some potions and maybe a sword. So I'm going to re-roll all 4 of those. So on the reroll, we get a magic, a bow and arrow, and 2 swords. Now, if we look at the ghoul, we don't have any foot die or symbols, so that really doesn't affect us. We definitely want to use the range attack so that he can't attack us back and we don't have to worry about shields. So I'm going to use this magic to turn one of my die into a potion. So I'm going to just turn the bow and arrow into another potion. Now I can use these 3 potions to actually defeat the ghoul by range attack. And so I'm just going to pull him down to remember that I've done that. Now I do have a sword, so I could use that here, but I don't have a potion. I do have a special ability to create some magic, but I don't have enough dice to actually turn that, put one here and turn another one into a potion. So that's about all I can do right now. But since combat is over, I do collect my treasure card, and in this case I get 3 swords. And I have 2 dice that were unused, so I can collect 2 more coins. Now, since we have not progressed too far, there are no monster areas to spawn, but let me show you that in case that's your situation. Now, assume for a moment that we were actually in this room, that we've completed the hero phase, completed the combat, and collected our bounty. The next thing that happens is the dungeon master phase. And so any room that has this symbol actually spawns monsters. If there were a monster already in there, the monster would move. So let's assume for a second that we have a monster here that had already been spawned, it was sitting in that room. That monster would move closer, one room closer to the hero, and in this case it would come into our room, and then we spawn in this room. This is a minor monster, so we would spawn a minor monster there. And so these monsters essentially will chase us through the dungeon. Okay, so that's just a very quick play a turn, or actually two, to show you a little bit about Masmorra, Dungeons of Arcadia. I hope you enjoyed that and enjoy playing.